Hello and welcome to Budgeting with Intention. If you're new to the channel, welcome, and if you are returning, welcome back. It's nice to have you here, and I thank you for clicking on today's video. We are a family of 3 living on the east coast of Canada, and this channel is basically just us learning how to budget our money, be intentional with our spending, start saving for the future, and hopefully someday start paying down debt. But for today, we are just going to be going over our 3rd week of July, the budget. Oh, if I can find my sheets here. There we go. So we are going from the 14th to the 20th, and my partner and I both got paid today on the 14th. So that is what we will be using for our income. And just let me move this out of the way. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do is just get my paycheck planner sheet, and I've already colored in the headings to match the week of the month that we're working with, and that again just helps my brain keep track of everything. I'm a pretty visual person, so I like being able to see at a glance what goes with what, and it's also pretty, so any excuse to use pretty colors, right? So wages for this pay period or week are $1,300. That's a little bit lower than normal just because we had some vacation time that I didn't get paid for, but that's okay because we'll make up for it later in the month with our next paycheck. It's going to be a little bit higher because my partner gets a little bit extra income for that one. So it all comes out in the wash, as they say. And the cash we're going to pull in this week is $120, and that gives us a total of, $1,300 plus 120. I must have minus that. Okay, try this again. 1,300 plus 120, 1,420. I probably could have done that in my head, but anyway. Insurance is $240, and that is our home insurance, car insurance, and life insurance all together bundled up. And that's the only bill we have this month. So $1,420 minus $240, so $1,180. And then for our debt repayment, we've got our car loan, which is $170, and we're going to be putting $350 on our credit card. So those together, $170 plus $350. Those together equal $520. And when you take that away from our leftover, we have $660 remaining. And then for our spending, we have $60 allotted for gas. We're going to do $80 for groceries, $20 for pocket money, $10 for other, and that's it. Okay, so that is 80 plus 10, 170. So that is a remainder of $490, and then our education fund for our son comes out this week. That's $25. Our tax-free savings account also comes out this week. That's $25. And then we're putting $10 into our car maintenance fund. So that together is $60, which gives us $430 remaining. And then we're just going to put that entire $430 into rollover, which will leave us with $0 at the end of our budget. So I'm just going to double check all that, although I think it's right. So 1,420 minus 240 minus 170 for the car and 350 for the credit card, and then gas, groceries, pocket money, other, minus 25 minus 10 equals $430. So we are right on the money there. Yeah, so it was a nice simple week. We didn't have that much happening this week, and we actually don't have much happening next week, which is kind of nice. Yeah, it's a nice easy budget this week, so that's great. On to the cash part. So first thing I'm going to do is empty out the leftover money from last week, and I know I have a bunch of change in here. That's it. Yep. Okay, so toonies and bills we put into our sinking funds, and then our change we put into our change jar. So we're putting $2 into our loonie jar today, and then a couple dollars worth of change into our big mama jar, as my partner sometimes calls it. Okay. And then what are we going to do with the $7? This is the part that I like the most, because I just get to put it wherever I feel like putting it. So I'm thinking that personal care, birthdays, and Christmas are kind of like my top priorities right now. I'm going to put $2 in the Christmas fund just to get it started. Just because having nothing in there, it feels kind of bad. So $2 to start off the Christmas fund for this year. And then the other $5 I'm going to put into personal care, because I really need a haircut. I haven't had one since, gosh, I think October or November. So it's getting very long, very hot these days. So I'm gonna pop that in there, and that gives me $34 towards a haircut. So that's not too bad. A couple more weeks and I should have enough to go somewhere and get my haircut. And I was forgetting something. Get my little bundle of cash for this week out. So we've got 2, 4, 6, 8, so $80 for groceries, and $10 for the car, $10 for the other, and then $5, $10, $15, $20 is going towards pocket money. And I will put the pocket money and the grocery money right into my wallet. And I have never been more glad to be a cash budgeter than I was this past Friday when I went to pick up groceries, because there was some communications issue with one of the big companies here in Canada, and the entire country had no debit capabilities in any of the stores. A lot of the bank machines were down. 911 system was down. A lot of people that use the Rogers as their internet provider, they weren't able to work because they couldn't get on the internet to work from home. Like, it was a mess. And I went to the grocery store not knowing anything about this because I don't watch the news. And there was this big hubbub happening at the cash, or at the checkout area, and I didn't know what it was. And when I got there, I realized that there was no, the visas weren't working for some people. MasterCards were fine apparently, but nobody could use their debit card. The bank machine was out of money, so nobody could get money from the bank machine. And here I am with my cash, and I just slid right on up to the front of the line and paid no problem. So yes, very, very glad to be a cash budgeter on a day like that. Anyway, it got me thinking about how if something like that were to happen again, it would be nice to have some cash on hand, I don't know if an emergency fund or just a backup fund of some sort, just in case something like that happened and we needed cash, extremely liquid cash. If we couldn't get it from the bank machine, we'd have it here. And I don't know, I was thinking maybe $200 or something just to have. So I might start an envelope for that in August. It just feels like an extra layer of security that might come in handy. Yeah, anyway, I'm just thinking out loud here, but I'm sure that fellow Canadians or anybody who's been caught in a situation where the bank machines weren't working or they couldn't use their card to pay, I'm sure anyone would appreciate having that cash on hand. So I'm putting $10 into the other. I'm going to put the other $10 into car. And that is my cash binder done. And I think that's it for the video today. Yeah, that's it. Thank you once again for tuning in. Yeah, let me know if you keep cash on hand for emergencies like that, or if you just have your cash binder anyway. I guess you do have cash on hand. But what do you think, what is a good number for your family to have in the house in case of emergencies? I don't know, 200 is the number that keeps popping into my head, but I don't know if I'm missing anything, if it should be 400 or 500. Yeah, just let me know what your thoughts and feelings are on that. I hope you are having a wonderful day wherever you are. Thank you for stopping by. And if you like this video and want to support the channel, please like, subscribe, and comment below. Okay, thank you. See you next time. Bye.